Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Elite Wrestling World. I am your host GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here for AEW Revolution post-show review. What a banger of a pay-per-view we have. Card was stacked for the event and we saw some great returns and some great matches on the pay-per-view. So let's get dive into it and talk about that. We started off the pay-per-view with a match already in progress from the 0 hour 21 man blackjack battle royale for the AEW national title. We saw Clone, Perry and Ricochet are brawling in the ring, going a lightning pace, as we saw Clone is very good in these fast paced matches. Perry hit a German suplex and then Ricochet landed on his feet. Ricochet tried to backdrop Perry over the top rope, but miraculously Perry narrowly held on. Then Perry countered Ricochet with a poison rana on the apron, and that got eliminated Ricochet from the match, and Jack Perry wins the national championship. He celebrated with his family in the front row, and this was a very good moment for Jack Perry because he was uh, as a kid he was coming to this arena as a kid to watch wrestling, and now he's the champion in this arena. So a great moment for Jack Perry. Next up, we saw the tag team title match, FTR versus the Young Bucks. uh, a very good video package for the Young Bucks, and Young Bucks coming out with their kids. That's a very good moment for them as well. I'm going to have to go back to watch their previous matches, but I think this was one of their best matches in this series. Having this be in Bucks country was a huge positive, as they bit a very near fall. Every near fall was bit up by the crowd, especially towards the finish, and a very good classic tag team banger match between these two teams. In the match, we saw Harwood dotted up the boot to tease switch in music, missed, and Bucks applied dual sharpshooters with Wheeler slapping his own partner to keep him fighting to the ropes. We saw Harwood and Matt Sluggy did out on the apron, traded suplex attempts. Wheeler joined as Nick saved his brother, and the Bucks hit stereo suplexes from the ring to the floor. Uh, Bucks hit Harwood with a BTE trigger but only managed a 2 count. Bucks managed a meltal driver on Harwood, who kicks out, and everyone in the crowd can't believe it. That was a very close count. More bang for the Bucks is cut off by the Wheeler as Matt ate a super spike pile driver, while Nick took an avalanche shatter machine out of the corner, and that was the end of the match, and FTR retains in a classic. So again, a very good classic tag team banger match. Post match, we saw FTR and Stokely celebrate before the lights went out. We saw the words revenge shown on the screen, and Adam Copeland music hits to a massive crowd reaction. He comes down to the ring, and we saw Christian Cage music follow, and he immediately popped out from behind to just spray out in the Stokely's eyes and Wheeler eyes, and then hitting the kill switch on Dax Harwood as well. And then we saw Bucks were showing behind of Cope and Christian, and we got a shot of these three teams in one frame. So maybe they are teasing a three-way match between these two teams, or maybe we get a ladder three-way match at All In as well. So again, uh, multiple scenarios can happen between these three teams, and I'm pretty much looking forward to that. Next up is Marina Shafir versus Timeless Tony Storm. Everyone banned from ringside. I thought this was the best Shafir showing in a singles matches, and this was much better than their previous Dynamite encounter a few months back. While Storm had to fight from behind for a majority, she was able to ramp up the offense down the stretch and rely on an old faithful, the big package, to get the win as well. So that was a very hard hitting match. As Tony was celebrating on the ramp, we saw Ronda Rousey appears and comes to the ring out Tony Storm to get into the ring. So Tony realized that, and she just started to walk towards the ring, and she just entered the ring, and they goes the security, and they try to separate these two ladies. So again, another match is teased in the future as well. Next up is Konosuke Takeshita versus Jon Moxley no time limit match for the Continental title. Holy smokes, what a battle, what a fight, as this is hopefully going to be remembered as the match of the year contender as well. It's going to take a hell lot of fighting to top this one tonight. So Moxley and Takeshita brought their A game, and it's clear how over Takeshita is despite being in the Don Callis family as well. So we saw Moxley licking up the blood of Takeshita of his forearm and got the chants of "you sick fuck" chants, and Takeshita goes up top and bites at Moxley's before delivering an avalanche exploder as power drive knee connects for a very close to count at 2. And then we saw Takeshita wanted a power drive knee, but his leg gave out, allowing Moxley to hit a Death Rider for a 2 count. Then we saw Moxley traps the arm, sinks in the choke, and Takeshita passes it out to an unbelievable battle. So Jon Moxley retains the title, and Death Rider came to the ring to celebrate. Moxley stood tall with Pac, Daniel Garcia, and Wheeler Yuta, and then LED lights goes out. We saw a video of doctors working on a patient. The loading sign shows 99 and 100, and boom, that was Will Ospreay. And back to the arena, Ospreay music hits, and he walks out to the stage. He looks fantastic, and he looks in a great shape as well. Ospreay sprints to the ring and cracked Moxley in the head with a hidden blade and started beating him out. Uh, and then the Death Riders came into the ring to separate him from Moxley because Death Riders injured Ospreay last year at Forbidden Door. So again, a very good comeback return for Will Ospreay. And before All In, it's going to be a fantastic journey to see this feud and then the world title feud, maybe against MJF. Next up is Babes of Wrath versus Divine Dominion, Megan Bayne and Lina Cross for the women's tag titles. You knew the champs would be fighting from behind after Nightingale's shoulder injury in the 0 hour match against Lina Cross. So it's gonna be hard to retain the title, and we already know Megan Bayne is gonna be winning the tag titles this time. So it was a quick match, and Cross and Megan Bayne hit a double choke slam and wins the title. So again, Divine Dominion are the new women's tag champions. Next up is Brody King versus Swerve Strickland. This was a fight simply as that. These two beat the holy hell out of one another, and Strickland showed why he's the most dangerous man in AEW. King put up a valiant fight, but no way Strickland should be losing this match, and it happened just like that. Swerve beats Brody King in a very good match, hard-hitting match. King no sold multiple house call as Strickland connected flush on a third and got the win. So again, a very good match for Swerve Strickland. Post match, we saw a cinder block. Nana brings in, and Swerve wanted to swerve from Brody King onto the cinder block, and we saw until Kenny Omega's music hit, and he rushed out to make the save. So Omega is back, and it's gonna be another banger match loading between Swerve Strickland and Kenny Omega, maybe at Dynasty. Next up is the 2 out of 3 falls match, Thekla versus Statlander for the women's title. We saw Thekla and Statlander performing really well in their previous matches, and this was no different. Thekla using her belt to whip Statlander, but referee pulled it away. Thekla then grabbed the ropes and got the first fall against Statlander. Octopus hold as well, but Statlander swung her around into a Saturday Night Fever for the second fall. So it's 1-1 now. Right as the third fall started, dragged the eyes of Statlander. We saw Thekla whipped the hell out of Statlander, and Julia Hart and Scrabble hit the ring but get whipped for their troubles and planted with a double discus lariats as well. In the meanwhile, we saw Thekla to deliver her spear with this distraction and two curb storms to get the final fall and retains the title. So again, Thekla will be getting a very good feud maybe against Tony Storm. Next up is the trios titles match, Don Callis family versus Místico and JetSpeed. For a night with so much action, it's weird to call one a party match, but this is exactly what it is. This was full speed from the jump as the crowd loved them. From Místico especially, he is very well received in American soil as well. After a week, Kevin Knight had a few losses on Dynamite, taking two pins in the process of that. It was a much needed win for Jet Speed and mostly Kevin Knight as well of the ring. And then he hit a UFO splash on Mark Davis to got the pin, and Jet Speed and Mystico wins the trios title. And they celebrated in the ring with the crowd, and we get the when later we get the confirmation of Mystico is all elite as well. So again, a very good moment. Next up, we saw Andrade El Ídolo versus Bandido. Multiple people told me this was going to be the match of the night, and these two certainly delivered on being in the running. Andrade has been fantastic since his return to AEW, and I hope he remains in the world title picture along with others as well. Meanwhile, Bandido continues to be one of the best baby faces in the company, and I wouldn't be mind a Bandido reunion at some point as well. The DM was attempted but countered somehow into a rolling heel kick. Bandido hit a 21 plex using the middle rope and hit the move for two before delivering another axe knee. And Bandido wants a 21 plex again, but Andrade flips out into another spinning back elbow and eventually hitting the avalanche DM for the thriller win. So again, very good match between these two. Next up is the trios match between the Dogs versus Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong. This was Tornado Trios match. I know I have said many have beat the hell out of each other tonight, but this could be the hardest hitting match of all of them because Kid and Allen was in this match, and they are two really crazy men. Cassidy orange punch hit and end of heartache hit and strong shoved Cassidy down onto corners to get the pin in a wild one. So Kid looked like he was about to lose his mind, but Allen taunted him up the ramp as they both spat at one another, and this was a very good win for Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong. But I think Darby Allin versus Gabe Kidd is far from over. And finally, in the main event, we saw MJF versus Hangman Adam Page in a Texas death match for the AEW Men's World title. The stipulation is if Page loses, he will never challenge for the world title ever again. And this was one of the most violent, bloody, and brutal matches in AEW history, as these two used damn near every weapon imaginable to try and get the job done, to the point where I can already hear people criticize some of the weapons of choice. While this certainly went super long, it goes to until like about 45 to 46 minutes, and these two used everything they could. And in the match, they used the uh, broken glass as well. They used light tubes as well, the thumbtacks, and all these kind of plunder. And the bloodbath in this match was brutal as well. MJF grabs a shred of glass and rips it across the forehead of Page, who is bleeding now as well. And MJF brings a chair and a broom as he starts cleaning the ring of the glass. That was very funny to see. And in one of the sickest moments in the AEW, even commentary said that they couldn't watch this. MJF pulls out a syringe from under the ring, stabs Page in the mouth with it, and liquid sprays out. And the camera cuts to horrified fans as MJF leaves it in the mouth and was about to deliver a chair shot, but Page put a stop to it. That was very, 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 very nasty to see. Uh, MJF was up at 9 as Page cut him off from grabbing the chair, dishing out multiple chair shots on the back as well. Page slowly looks for a dead eye. MJF ducks, eye poke, they trade forearms as well. We saw Hangman getting a black bag from underneath the ring, and we saw a dog collar chain coming off the deck. So MJF realized what has happened to him in the dog collar match previously. Tries to scramble but is clogged on the apron, allowing Page to set up yet another table as the crowd chants, "We want fire." And this was a long delay as this allowed MJF to fight back. Page set up a board of barbed wire onto the table, so MJF pulled out the chain, and it just Page just fall on the table of barbed wire board as well. That looks nasty as well. We saw MJF trying to use the dynamite diamond ring. This allowed, and he hit Page with the dynamite diamond ring as well. This allowed MJF to hang Page like he did to Moxley at All In. Uh, and Page went unconscious and crumbled ringside, colliding with the camera, leaving a blood stain on it, and couldn't answer the 10 count of the referee. And that was the end of the match, and MJF retains the title in a brutal 46-minute Texas death match. This was clearly the most violent match in AEW history. I think so. This was fantastic, and it delivered what was expected of him. And MJF is still the world champion. And this was a very fantastic pay-per-view. Please, guys, like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep watching Elite Wrestling World.